Hi and welcome to Ali Lives Well on Less. I'm Ali, an early retired teacher currently living well on my small teacher's pension. And today is going to be a wee Wardrobe Wednesday video. Now, if fashion or clothes is not your thing, don't worry. I am not going to talk about fashion. I am going to talk about how much I have spent on clothes this year and how it relates to my 2025 goal of not buying any new clothes, only buying things secondhand or making them. And Luna is very confused because I've put on my lovely new coat. And thank you so much for all the comments on Monday's video where I showed you my coat and I said I was going to make myself a hat to match. So if you've not seen that video, you'll have no idea why I am currently wearing a woolly hat. And Luna thinks because I've put on a coat, we're going to be doing something exciting. So as you can see, I finished the hat. It's chunky yarn, so it's only taken me a couple of days. And thank you so much to everyone who suggested that I stitched on some buttons to match the buttons on the jacket. I genuinely hadn't thought of that, and quite a few of you had that brilliant idea, so thank you so much. So before we get into the video, I'm going to take the jacket off just to stop Luna's confusion. Because let's face it, it doesn't take much for her wee brain to get confused. So I'm going to take the hat off, and I'm probably going to have hat hair now, so there we go. Nothing fancy, just a chunky beanie hat with some buttons. Okay, I've taken the hat and coat off and she's settled down on the bed now in her favourite spot. So we can continue our chat about my 2025 goal regarding clothes was to not buy any new clothes except underwear or possibly shoes, and to only buy things second hand that I needed. Well, as discussed in Monday's video, the jacket that I got in the charity shop in Glasgow was more of a need than a want because I didn't have a nice winter jacket that I could wear out. So I thought it might be quite useful today I know it's not the end of the year yet, but I thought I'd do a quick review of how much I have actually spent this year on clothing. So I'm not going to show you, but the first thing I bought this year, and I mentioned this for my birthday in March, I bought 3 new bras from Marks and Spencer's, and they are the sort of soft cropped top type with the nice sort of wide strap. So I bought a couple of these in different colours, and that was £66. So new underwear is fine. That's part of my goal. So that's fine, and that's the only underwear I have bought this year. Although coming up to the end of the year, I'm thinking, oh, I could probably do with new knickers, but I think we'll wait until 2026 to indulge in some new Marks and Spencer's knickers. So £66. That was the first thing. Second thing I got this year, mainly because I have wanted a pair of red leather shoes for ages. I bought these from Hotter, which I have talked about in my, I think it's called Comfortable with a Quirk, the little video I did on my shoe collection. And they were £79. So these are the most expensive things I have bought this year, but they are leather and they should last a good few years if I am careful with them and I look after them. So the other thing that I bought this year, and I don't think I mentioned it at the time, was I bought myself a ladies' vintage kilt from eBay. Now, It doesn't show up well on camera, but it's a soft grey with brown and cream. Apology, the light is awful in here today. Right, is that better? Right. Oh yeah, that's maybe a little bit truer. Well, certainly on my on my screen. But this brown is a bit darker in real life. And I had the brown fly boots, so I thought it'd be nice to wear with boots. Now, I don't know if it's picking up or not, but the pleats on the kilt are a bit wonky. They need properly pressed and sorted again. But it's a proper kilt. It's not a kilt skirt, it's a proper kilt. It's 100% wool. It's a James Pringle of Inverness one, so it's made in Scotland. And the beauty of a kilt is it's pretty much like a wrap skirt, so it can adjust to your size. And if I get a chance at the end of the video, I will try it on and I will show you what it looks like. But a kilt is actually a good investment because, well, it's classic and you can wear it on obviously the traditional Scottish style holidays, your Burns suppers, Hogmanay, St Andrew's Day. Obviously you get invited to a ceilidh, you can wear a kilt. But actually, if anyone in the UK has been watching Celebrity Traitors, I am obsessed with Claudia Winkleman's clothing at the moment. Tartan, proper tartan, is actually making a little bit of a comeback at the moment, and yeah, I'll talk about that in a bit. Yeah, I am really chuffed to bits with this kilt. Now, it wasn't cheap, but a brand new ladies 100% kilt, if you're buying one just now, is in the region of about 150 to 200 pounds, depending on where you got it. I paid £47.50 for this on eBay, and it's definitely an investment. It's something that I will wear for years and years and years and years. And I also like the fact that it's 100% wool. So long after I'm gone, if nobody wants it, it's completely biodegradable and it can go into the compost bin. So £47.50, yeah, that was a bit of a splurge, but I'm looking at that as an investment piece. And that's kind of the way I am going with my clothing. That if I am buying secondhand, I'm going vintage or classic. And yeah, I'll come back to vintage and classic in a minute. And then obviously the last thing that I bought was my coat, and that was £28. So for the whole year, I have spent £220.50 on clothes, underwear and shoes for the whole year so far. So that's pretty good, considering you can't get an awful lot for your money now, unless you go to the cheapy shops and you buy mass-produced stuff from places like Primark and Shein. And no shade on anyone who does that. It's everyone's choice to spend their money wherever the heck they like. I am just choosing to go down the more sustainable route and going for secondhand in the vintage and natural fibres. And the other thing that happened when I was searching for my little double-pointed knitting needles so that I could get started on the fingerless gloves that I'm knitting to match the coat, I unearthed a whole lot of stuff that I had forgotten about that has been lurking in the moving boxes now. I have lived in this house now for a year and a bit. A year and a half? No, not quite a year and a half. Gosh, it will be May, June, July, August, September, October. Yeah, almost a year and a half now. And I found a knitting project that at the time when I found it, I had no memory of where this came from. But after talking to my daughter-in-law, I think I bought this project when I was off ill from work the first time a couple of years ago. and it's a 100% soft cotton slouchy cardigan. So I have actually finished the back. I mean, it's just like a big, it's like a shape. I'm going to say shapeless, but it doesn't have shape, but it's a more of a drapey sort of thing. So I found the back already finished, and I've got half of a front done already. So there's a nice summer cardigan for next year that I don't have to pay for. And having a hobby like knitting or crocheting or being able to sew your own clothes absolutely saves you money on good quality clothes, and it's fun. It goes back to this when people say to me, what do you do all day? This is what I do. I play with yarn and fabric, and I'm now starting to enjoy thinking about my wardrobe. And I'm going to come back to what I said about the classic timeless stuff. I have discovered a new to me channel. I think it's been around a couple of years now. And it's a lady, it's an American lady in her late 40s. And it's called Unblah Yourself. And again, I will leave a link below. And she is aiming for a sort of French girl look, but with obviously an American slant because she's in America. And everything she buys is thrifted. She goes to charity shops. And honestly, the combinations of things that she comes up with, you would never, ever think that an item would work the way she sort of styles them. So again, I'll leave that link below. And again, to show that you do not have to spend a lot of money. You do not have to follow trends. You don't have to go to the big stores. You can go to charity shops, thrift shops, op shops, I think you call them in Australia. You can find classic, good quality clothes that'll last you a long, long time. So I'll leave that link below as well. But I also picked up, and I genuinely can't remember where I found this. It might be on the Hannah the Hannah YouTube channel that I talked about. And if you're looking to, quote, style an item that you have, you can go to Pinterest and just put into the search bar quirky style ideas for a kilt. Now, it doesn't have to be quirky. It could be classic. It could be timeless. It could be sexy. It could be whatever it is you want, however it is you want to look. And oh my goodness, the pictures that come up that make you think, oh, I could wear this kilt with. And that's, if I get a chance, I'm going to show you how I would wear this kilt. But it's putting clothes together that you wouldn't normally put together. Now, I am going for quirky because that's just me. I'm going through a phase in life where I like a bit of quirky clothing, but you might not be into that, and that's absolutely fine. But yeah, give it a go. So if you find a strange item like, oh, I don't know, like gold sequin top, just put that into the search bar and say, how to style a gold sequin top, and see what ideas come up with. And you can wear, oh, honestly, the combinations, you can wear so many weird and wonderful things together if that's your vibe, or you could just take one slightly weird thing and style it beautifully. So anyway, I have been I have been told that when I am happy or excited about something, you can see it in my face, and you can see right now. For the longest time I haven't been, but right now I am quite excited by clothes. And it reminded me, someone mentioned the other day that it was shining in my face when I was trying on my new jacket. It reminded me of when I used to sit in staff meetings. This face cannot hide what it's thinking or feeling. And I used to sit in staff meetings like this and pretend I was writing stuff whenever, something was being discussed, because people knew that I would I would not be happy about something. And it got to the point where people would sometimes say, Ali, what are you thinking on this? And they knew because I just couldn't look directly at them because I would tell them that it was either unworkable or dumb or whatever it was. So yeah, that was funny. That was a fun memory that got sparked from some of the comments on a previous video. So anyway, I am rambling, so that means it's time to stop. Thank you if you made it all the way to the end of the video. I am going to try on some clothes and some combinations of things that I haven't tried on before, and I'll film them, and if they work, I'll put them into the end of the video. So from me and Miss Luna, I hope you have a lovely day. I will see you again on Foodie Friday, and we'll have a wee chat about some of the ideas that I have had and some of the things that you have suggested for me talking a little bit more about having a sort of luxury Christmas on a budget when it comes to food. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye for now. Okay, first look at the kilt. Now I've just pulled out this old grey jumper that I have pulled on top. It needs washed and pressed. So first of all, here is the kilt. Okay, and I'm wearing it with my brown boots. Okay, so pop of colour, put on. Oh, the pink and the red is clashing beautifully. Okay, so pretty traditional. Jumper on, over the kilt, and that seems to work. Okay, this one's a little bit more modern with a zippy up jumper. I think it's just an M&S acrylic one. It's not particularly fancy, but I've had it for a few years, and I've just popped that on top of the kilt. So I need to do a little bit of work adjusting the waist on the kilt. I'm going to have to move some of the straps and put in an extra button because it's too big. It shouldn't be doing that. Sort of, yeah. So it just needs a little bit of tightening and adjusting. And I need to sort out these pleats. It's probably just the way it's been stored, but the pleats are crushed, so I'm going to have to either steam press them, or, well, I'll have a wee look at them. So there we go. Now, I mentioned Claudia Winkleman earlier on in Celebrity Traitors, which is on in the UK here. She has been wearing some fantastic tartan trousers. There's a thought. But I'm happy with my kilt for just now.